Webb, the graduate transfer from Texas Tech. Remember his journey? Became the Tech starter, lost the starting job to Patrick Mahomes after he was injured. Throws to the near side, quick hitter there in the direction of Chad Hansen.
First group, I love the SC Alabama matchup. We got to see if SC is all the way back. You know Alabama will be.
You know, I was reading over the menu of games, looking at some of the bullet points and some of the notes and so on, and I as proven as before. Florida State, we know about the running back. Dalvin Cook is going to be spectacular, Heisman candidate for sure. What we don't know about is the quarterback.
You're right, and I'll tell you what, Dalvin Cook is a magician. He understands blocking schemes so well, and they do a great job. He makes the lineman look really good because he sets up a ton of blocks.
He is fun to watch, isn't he?
That you do not want to lose it because somebody's downfield. They're doing a lot better job of watching that this year. That's one of the emphasis points for the officials.
Webb throws near side, complete. Chad Hansen again on the reception. Not much for yardage though. 3 here for Cal at the Hawaii 25.5-yard line. Under pressure, Webb throws and caught for a first down. Vitt and Wary gets the catch and moves the sticks for the Golden Bears. Sidestep. Brandon Singleton.
Looking at Jared Goff versus Davis Webb. Davis Webb has a longer delivery, so the ball's going to take a little longer to get out of his hands, which some of these timing plays that rely on the quickest release possible are going to be a little bit slower than last year.
Going for it. Quick strike near side. Hansen, well read though. Nicely defended there. Trying to predict which conference gets left out. Which conference gets, well, there's a Power 5. There's 4 places in the college football playoff. If one conference gets 2 spots.
Yeah, and I would tell you that I think the Pac-12 might be in trouble only because I see a lot of teams there. I think Stanford's a great team, but they have a difficult schedule. USC's a great team. They have a difficult schedule. UCLA is going to be really good. Washington is the surprise pick maybe of the league. And then Oregon, I think some people wrote them off after last year. Watch out, they got a chance. But I think the Pac-12, unfortunately.
Sonny Dykes and the Cal coaches tried surfing, by the way, this week. They were given a beautiful surfboard at the welcome event. Both coaches were. And Sonny said, I got to try it. So they went out to Bondi Beach, talking to Mike Pawlowski, the Cal radio guy, who happened to go with them. And he was telling me that the water was like a washing machine. It was all churned up, but give him credit. They went out and tried it anyway. He said he thought they all drank about 1.5 gallons of salt water, but they all survived.
Where did a young man from Texas learn how to surf? Maybe he was trying it for the first time. I don't know. If they gave me a brand new surfboard, I might try it. I'd fall off a bunch, I can tell you. So Cal's response is to spread them out. 5 wides, empty, what they call an empty set, and then find the guy that's open quickly.
Webb gets it away, finds the guy near sideline. That's going to be close to first down yardage. This one, last year the team was 6-1 when he had at least 8 carries, 2-4 when he did not. That was just his 3rd carry of the game so far. The throw to the outside to Chad Hansen. Yeah, it's fascinating you talk about that because really isn't what offensive football all about is deception.
Absolutely. I think, well, if you have the best, biggest, fastest, strongest athletes, you can run when people know you're going to run. You can throw when people know you're going to throw. If you don't, then if you put a little bit of doubt in the mind of the defender about whether you are running the ball or throwing the ball, that slight hit much before that.
Ron Brown with the hit that knocked the ball loose. Trey Watson. Is that Watson? No, that's Chad Hansen, who quickly makes the Bows pay for the penalty and the fumble.
Well, Cal came up with a great call there, getting the pressure look, getting all the press coverage. They ran a little widescreen where they go out and block the guy covering the receiver. He comes back in, and once you break clean that jailbreak screen, that's exactly the way that finished for them. A jailbreak all the way for a touchdown. I'd like to see him box a kangaroo. Did they ever do that? Talk about that.
I don't think I'd want to do that.
I wouldn't want to do it. I want to see somebody else do it.
Webb throws, crunch, but caught and held on to. Noki Stovall, the true freshman receiver, with the reception. Right back to the line come the Golden Bears, trying to make the most of this last minute and a half in the first half. Webb outside, caught.
They're not going to rest on this score, and they are going full speed tempo now. We got a couple of completions. They're going to try and get down a minimum field goal territory, if not try to put a touchdown on the board.
Hansen with a second consecutive catch. You know, one of the things I'm thinking about right now, I wonder how many of the Australian fans sitting in these grandstands understand what's going on with the timeout strategies and so on. Nice run all the way down deep into Hawaii territory.
Hurt them dramatically in this game. It's probably an even game with the exception of the 2 turnovers.
Wasn't held on to. That I know you called. It was impressive.
Yeah, they not only got there, but they sealed the deal. They finished the job, and they looked impressive doing it. They've lost some people up front, so it's going to put more pressure on Greg Ward and the offensive play callers, but they still have talent. But Oklahoma has answers at every position. They literally are one of the most talented teams, and you got Samaje Perine and Mixon in the backfield, and I mean, they are loaded. But Baker Mayfield is the guy that makes it go.
What do you make of the conversation that I've heard a lot in the course of the build-up to this season, that every time Oklahoma's highly touted to start the year, it doesn't pay off, and every time they're kind of down the rankings to start the year, here they come.
Well, I agree with you. I've seen that. I've heard that. I think this is the year they lay that to rest, to be honest with you. Although, you know, people say that Baylor is dead.
Cal moving down the field pretty efficiently. Already inside of Hawaii territory at the 43-yard line. Webb on this one, 22 of 34. A couple of touchdowns, no interceptions, 243 yards passing, and a few more. Bud Rivera fighting for some yards.
Probably getting talked to just a little bit on the sideline now.
Kind of is raising his hands like, wait a minute, what did I do too? So Webb throws, and it's caught. And a big game for Chad Hansen continues as he makes up all the penalty yardage and then some.
That's a big play, because offensively, when you get a penalty like that, you're just trying to get back to a manageable situation. But that's a nice job of recapturing that yardage.
Webb into the middle for Jordan Vesey.
Right now, you're noticing, too, there's not a lot of pressure on Webb. He's getting rid of the ball quickly, but the fatigue factor is setting in for the Hawaii defense, and he's having the time to do sort of what he wants. And as this continues, if Cal can continue to get first downs and take the ball down the field, you're going to see less resistance from Hawaii.
Trying to bring some pressure from the Indians, but picked up into the end zone. Touchdown! And his first for Cal from Melky Stonewall, the freshman.
That may have been a double move route just based on how open the receiver was, but great protection. There was a pressure situation. They brought a safety or an outside linebacker off the edge. You see the pressure coming from the left side of your screen. And like I said, I think it was a slant and go, maybe a sluggo type route, because obviously the DB got beat and probably had his eyes in the backfield. Food bills.
Yeah. Yeah. Rivera with another grab from Davis.
Play with those guys, but he wanted them to know who he was, to see him working, to learn their names. He went about it the right way, and I think that's one of the reasons, in addition to his obvious talent, that he's the starter.
Into the football office at 7 o'clock in the morning. Often only leaves about 10 o'clock at night. Just finished getting his undergraduate degree.
And determination.
Into the sunlight and caught for the completion as the 14th reception of the game for Chad Hansen. I didn't get just a fingertip on it, I got hands on it. Set it up outside for Stovall. Gets out inside the 10-yard line.
Nice job. You see the more fluidity from Davis Webb and getting rid of the ball. But Stovall a little bit windmill with that ball in his hand. You're going to tell the young guy, keep the ball in tight, high and tight, is the way you handle that football.
Happen. Things like getting your equipment through customs and all of the planning that had to go into it. They have a brand new equipment manager. Only came onto the job this past spring.
Did they tell him it was going to happen before he took the job?
Snowball. Down inside the 35-yard line with that one. Yes, he did know it was going to happen. Australia, Warren's been telling us how Super Bowl parties now are such a massive thing in Australia, as Cal's going to go into the end zone again. And a touchdown for Jordan Vesey.
You know, the air raid...
Flag on the field. We'll hang on to that just a second.
Josh Rosen's a great quarterback, but does he have enough supporting cast on offense to make it happen for UCLA?
Even UCLA at BYU.
Yes.
You know, on the road, and Provo's a tough place to play. And, you know, I mean, it's
some great punters from Australia in both the NFL and college football, and they're some of the best in the nation.
Got more to add there, Warren?
Speaking to Coach Sonny Dykes during the week, he was super impressed.